Hi guys, welcome to the True Colors podcast. If you are a new viewer, thank you for coming in. If you are a repeated viewer, I love you. And if nobody's told you today, I love you. Let's talk about closing doors behind us and coming into new chapters of our lives, because I have been through so much the past year and I have had to close a bunch of doors behind me that just didn't really fit my category of the life I wanted to live, or didn't really fit on the same wavelength that I was living on. And losing people that you love in your life, but choosing to lose those people is such a hard thing, and closing that door behind you and not looking back. Because when you have to drop somebody out of your life just for the pure will of bettering your life and making your life better is so hard. I just have a lot of self-love, and I love myself, and I know what I bring to the table now. And these people and friends just didn't really fit that category of my life anymore, and I wasn't receiving what I was putting in. And I just felt so lost and kind of begging for friendships and relationships from people that didn't really deserve my friendships or relationship. Everybody says when you close one door, another one opens, and that is just so true in life. And I just want to touch on that because the door has to be closed fully. Trust me when I say that door is nothing but a black hole of nothingness. And once you close it, you are going to open your life to so many opportunities and so many new things that you never even thought you were capable of, new people that you never imagined you would meet, and people that are on the same wavelength as you. And when you are keeping these doors open, when you're keeping them even cracked a tiny bit, you are going to be drained by whatever is in there, and you are going to be left wondering what is in there, how you can fix it, how you can make it better, and all that. And you are not going to open your life up to all the new opportunities that can come to you. And for so long, I would keep these doors cracked, keep them kind of open just so I could go back and forth and kind of see if they would still work out for me. And no, they never did. And if you need a little reminder that that door is not for you, you can go back. But when you fully leave out of that situation of your life, make sure you slam that door behind you. Trust me, you are going to make way for so many amazing things that you deserve. When you know that you aren't deserving of certain friendships or relationships and you close the door behind you, you are going to make way for all the amazing things that are just waiting for you to come into your life. And if you think for 1 second that you aren't deserving, or that there's nobody better out there, or that there's nobody that's going to fit your category of life, so you keep these little doors open, you are going to be living a life that is mediocre, that you're not happy with, that you're constantly wondering what more could be out there for you. And if you're sitting here saying I wonder if there's better opportunities, better people, better things out there for me, and you know deep down that you are a good person and you bring really good things to the table, if you already know that, then it's there, and it's there for you, and they are coming into your life. But be very patient. Be patient of the process. And if you are alone right now and you've taken the step to jump out of the door that you just closed, sit in that emotion and sit in the loneliness and start to put that love back into yourself. Because for me, I kind of would lose myself in relationships because it was not 50-50, and it was more of me pouring my love into somebody and not really receiving the same amount of love back. And so I lost myself in so many relationships that I've been in. And if you are like me, when you meet people, you see everything that they struggled with, all their anxieties, all the trauma they've been through, and you want to alleviate that in any way you can, and you find any way to make their lives better, and you kind of forget about yourself. And once you are alone, you are going to realize how much love you can put into yourself, and you will never accept less than what you deserve after that. And it's kind of amazing being alone and being able to give yourself the love that you have always given to others and that you've always just handed out so freely, but forgot about yourself. And think about somebody that you really love. It could be a family member, it could be your best friend, a friend that you really love, whatever. Think about somebody that you truly, truly just care about so much. Picture if they were put in a bad situation, like say somebody told them off, or like somebody's talking crap to them. Imagine how you would stand up for them and how you would be there for them. Or say that they're not really taking care of themselves the way they should. They're not eating right, they're not treating themselves good. Imagine how you would be there for them and how you would try to help them. Or if they came to you and they were like, oh, I'm not really doing good today, like I'm like really just down bad. Imagine how you would be a listening ear, how you would try to help them and build them up. Do that for yourself. Start loving yourself the way that you love the people most around you. And watch your life change. Watch how good it gets. And quit ignoring the growth. Quit distracting yourself in certain ways. Quit having nights of drinking and partying and going out every weekend. Really sit in the loneliness. Sit in the growth that you need to do and prosper, and stop ignoring the fact that you need this in your life. You need this love from yourself. And once you do that, I promise your life is going to change so much, and you're going to open up so many new doors. And it's crazy. For so long, I felt like I was kind of stuck with the hand that was dealt to me. And I felt like I was just stuck with the people that were in my life. And that is not true. Because when you know that you are a good person and you're not receiving the same amount of love that you give out, you're going to feel stressed. You're going to feel confused. And you're going to be wondering, why am I being treated this way? Why am I this? Why am I that? And you're going to start pointing the finger at yourself. And you're going to think that you're not enough. And you're going to feel like you're inadequate. And that is a very dangerous mindset to live in, to start tearing yourself down to fit the category of other people. And when you are tearing yourself down, it is very dangerous. And once you realize that you are doing that, and you're kind of like, say you're with somebody that constantly is talking crap about you, or I had an ex that would constantly call me a whore because I posted pictures with my stomach out on Instagram, or say that I was stupid, or I wasn't capable of things, or I only reach a certain point because of my looks and nobody would ever like me for who I am. And that is so not true. And you will tear yourself down to such a small being if you stay with people who are like that. And the longer you stay in friendships like this, the longer you stay in relationships where people are tearing you down, the worse you are going to feel about yourself. And you are going to start being depressed. You're going to start being anxious about everything. And you're going to put yourself into like kind of a hermit mode where you don't feel abundant. You don't feel adequate for better things, because people are constantly tearing you down to make you feel like you are not the type of person that you truly are. And that's also so dangerous, because you know who you are, and when somebody is constantly in your ear saying these negative things about you, you're going to start questioning your place in the world. You're going to start questioning yourself and questioning what type of person you are, and that is not healthy. And that's why I'm putting all this self-love into myself, because for so long I was around people that made me feel like I wasn't a good person, and I knew deep down that I was, but I was so jaded by the thoughts and the feelings that they gave me or put into my head that I started to just feel bad about myself, and I started to feel very not worth it, or worth putting myself out there and meeting other people and getting out of my shell and doing all these things that I was so scared of. And now that I cut so many people out of my life, and I've been working on myself and putting all the love that I put into all the other friendships that I have into myself, I've just felt so much better about life. And yes, it's lonely. Yes, it's scary. Yes, I feel certain times of like wanting to fall back into old habits and leaning on people for their support. But I know that I truly don't need it. And the right people will come into my life and fill my cup up without me even having to do anything. And that's what's been happening. And I feel so grateful for like the people that I'm not even like super close to. I can tell that they're good people, and I'm gonna keep those friendships alive and keep pouring into other people when I do have my cup overflowing. And if you are also like me, you can tell whether somebody's a good or a bad person from a mile away. And I feel like sometimes we ignore that because we're lonely or we're going through something, so we just accept less than what we deserve. Stop doing that. Stop accepting less than what you deserve because you are lonely. Okay? Because I have had to kind of reject a lot of people because I can tell their intentions. They show me their intentions, and I'm not ignoring it. I'm fully taking in everything everyone says, and I remember everything. I truly remember everything, and that's also like a great thing about me, but also a curse, because I remember literally like what you said at a certain time last year, where we were at, what we were having drinking. Like, it's really scary because I don't know why I truly remember everything. Sometimes I'll explain things to my mom from like when I was very, very young, like 7 years old, and she's like, how do you even remember that? Like, certain things, lots of things just stick into my brain, and it's kind of crazy, but it helps me clock what type of person everybody is. And before they even tell me certain information, I already know exactly what type of person they are. And it's weird because I also know what they're gonna say before they even say it. And now I'm realizing how I need to hold up my boundaries within these people that are telling me exactly what type of person they are. Through their actions, they're telling me exactly what type of person they are. But sometimes they try to speak on it and say that they're somebody totally different, and I'm totally ignoring that now. I am taking in the actions of everybody around me and understanding who they are and what type of person they are and whether they deserve to be in my life or not. And that is also so important, because when you're lonely, dude, you'll accept the bare minimum. And it's really sad, but I'm not doing that anymore. And I'm not going to accept anybody who is below me anymore. And what I really want in my life right now is people who are nice, people who are good friends, people who are trustworthy, and people who are there for me when I need them, or simply just like fill my basket when I need it. Because the type of person I am, which I think I've learned this from my mom, because she is an angel. She's literally like the sweetest person in the world, and she has shown me how to be a great person and how to like care for others. Even sometimes, like, I used to be such a people pleaser, and I used to let people walk all over me, and sometimes my mom does that, and I've been trying to teach her how to not do that, because it can be a gift and a curse at the same time. And after learning not to be a people pleaser and not to let people walk, because you invite so many narcissists into your life, so many people that truly don't belong in your life, or people that are just going to want to walk all over you and you're not going to do anything about it. But you need to stand up for yourself, and you need to understand when these people are trying to step over you. So my mom is the type of person that will notice certain things about you, and she will go out and like get you something that you like. Or if she knows that you like a certain food, she'll come home with it. Or if she notices that you like to do certain things, she'll be like, oh, you want to go do this? Let's go. Like, and she realizes little things about you. And growing up, I've learned how to be like that as well, just by seeing her and seeing how much I appreciated that truly. And now I do it for other people. Like, say I hang out with somebody and I notice they like this snack, I'll come back the next hangout with a certain snack. If I see it on the shelves, I'll be reminded of them. And it's just like those little things just stay in my mind. Now that I realize that I truly love that about other people, I'm going to search for that within other people, and I'm going to find people that truly give me the same type of love back. And especially like words of affirmation. I love words of affirmation, and I love people that remind me that I'm doing good, or they're proud of me, or they love me. And if I'm with somebody that I literally have to pull that out of them, I feel lost, I feel confused, and I will never like put my guard down to be with somebody that is not in my standard of loving me, and I don't care anymore. And I know what I bring to the table, and I don't deserve anything less than that. I don't, and I'm not going to settle for anything less anymore. And when I say that you have to close the door behind you completely, because you will have these thoughts of being confused, being like, oh, well, like maybe I should go back, like maybe I should do this, maybe if I changed, or maybe if I was like more loving to this person, or maybe if something changed within this relationship, then I could go back and I could reopen this door. No. Close the door, okay? Because if you have to force somebody or kind of pull teeth for them to be the type of person that you want, you don't want these people in your life anyways. And when you tell somebody your boundaries, tell somebody the way that you want to be loved, and they ignore it time and time again, and you literally have to beg for it or feel like you're like a burden because you want these things from them, close the door. Because there's somebody out there that will literally freely give you what you want without you even having to ask. You won't even have to ask, they'll just do it for you. And I think that's crazy, because you are literally hindering yourself from being with the people that matter and the people that are supposed to be in your life, because you are like, oh, well, maybe they'll change. Maybe something will happen to where I'll be with them again. Or if they do this, we can be friends. Or maybe if I give them this other type of love, more love, that they'll change and they'll be there for me. No. Stop draining yourself to be in relationships that you don't belong in. Stop draining yourself to be in friendships that don't deserve your presence, and be with people that love you and show you that they care about you. I'm not going to be with somebody that takes a week to text me back. I'm not going to be with somebody that I literally have to beg them to tell me how they're feeling that day, or I have to wonder how they're feeling constantly, because I don't take social cues. I don't take like actions. I need to hear words from people, and if they aren't willing to give me that, a simple request that they know that I need, I don't want to be with them. It's different when you don't explain how you feel. It's different when you don't show your emotion and then they're just left wondering like what type of love you think you need. That's different. But when you express that you want this certain type of love, when you express that you need this out of a person and they're constantly ignoring it or falling through the cracks, go find somebody else. Somebody is going to love you for who you are. Somebody is going to want to give you these things and want to be there for you the way that you need. And they are going to be happy to give that to you as well. There are people out there, it's over 1 billion people in this world, okay? And for so long, I kind of ignored that, and I was like, oh my God, well, there's nobody out there. And maybe you have tried to be with other people and have tried, I definitely tried to be with other people, but now I'm sitting in this loneliness and I'm enjoying it because I know the right type of person is going to come to me freely, and then I'm going to be kind of stuck with that. So, but I'm going to enjoy it because I'm not going to settle for anything less. But I'm going to enjoy the time of being alone and being able to work on myself and grow and be just, it's so nice to be single, and it's so nice to put the love into yourself that you've always wanted from other people. And don't ever fall through the cracks because you're lonely. Don't ever fall through the cracks because you feel like there's nobody else out there, so you're just going to settle for less. Because I've done it, and I've been there, done that. I hate it. And yes, I get lonely. Yes, I want somebody in my life. I want to talk to somebody every day. I want somebody to give me the love that I so badly deserve. But I am not going to I'm not going to put myself down in order to be with somebody that's below me, or somebody that I know I don't deserve, that I know doesn't deserve to be in my life. And I'm never going to beg somebody to be the type of person that I want them to be, because the right person, I know they're out there. And they're out there for you too. And you should love yourself just as much as you love other people. Love yourself, because you are amazing. You are perfect just the way you are. Maybe you got some things to work on here and there, but the right person is going to love you for your imperfect self. And they're not going to talk down on you for the little things that you need to work on. They're going to help you. And honestly, I recommended this in my last video, but therapy has been a huge game changer to me, and it's truly made me realize the things I already knew, but they kind of like put it into concrete form, and they make me really like, it puts science behind it, so it's really great. And I've always loved science because it's like hard facts about your brain and everything, and it just makes you feel so much better. And this year we are no longer settling for less because we think that there's nobody else out there for us. For so long I've been wronged by so many people. Let me tell you, I've been treated like dog shit by so many people, and I'm not gonna let that break my trust within everybody else in the world. Yes, there are bad people out there. There's tons of them, let me tell you, but there are also so many good people, and that's what I'm learning. And I am making these friendships in my life, and you guys know who you are. Like, even if you are just like kind of my acquaintances right now, you know who you are, and I love each and every one of you. I love everybody that is there for me and supports me, and you know you're kind, you know you're an amazing person, and you know that you are also bringing a good friendship to the table. And I am opening my arms to all the amazing opportunities that are out there, and I can clock exactly what type of person somebody is before they even speak, and it's kind of scary because it kind of leaves me questioning everybody in the world. But I can also clock when somebody's a good person, and sometimes I like kind of try to push people away because I'm scared. I'm scared of maybe them turning on me or changing into somebody I didn't think they would be, but they show you exactly who they are from the start. And just understand that these people are good, and don't close yourself off to all the amazing people in the world. Like, I have this friend that she is just, I can tell that she has this like angelic aura about her, and she's just like a really good person. She's creative, and she's into like business, but she's also into like being free and like being a free spirit, and I just freaking love that about her. And I feel like the people that are meant to be in your lives are always kind of lingering around, even if you're kind of pushing them away, or you feel like, you know, like you're kind of like treading waters with them. I think those people will eventually come around, and you'll be able to make amazing friendships with them. And I feel like that's what's happening in my life, and I just love that for me. And there's other people in my life like that I've always felt like I've been on the same path on, but I've been scared to kind of reach out. But now I'm not scared anymore. I'm not going to be scared about what's behind all the other doors that are about to be open for my life. And you guys shouldn't be too, because you're amazing, you're beautiful, you are so capable of having amazing friendships in your life and amazing relationships. Just open yourself up to that, and don't ever close yourself off or be untrustworthy of people, because trust me, there's so many people out there. And don't push people away. Stop pushing people away, because you know what you know what is meant for you will come to you. And close the door behind you, and all these opportunities will open. And I love you so much. I love you so much. Love yourself the way you love other people, because your love is such a gift, and what you bring to the table is such a gift. So don't ever act like it's unworthy, or don't ever act like your love isn't worth giving to the right people, because you know who the right people are at the end of the day. I love you. Have an amazing day. Thank you for coming to the True Colors podcast, and I'll see you on the next one.